say his name and he appears. I believe in ZRC. I believe in ZRC. Cause they love him on YouTube and Twitch and on Instagram. He makes the universe and talks about the wrestling things. They're saying, I believe in ZRC. I believe in ZRC. Click the like button and then subscribe. I believe in ZRC. ZRC, the best one. Oh, click the like and subscribe button. Say you believe in ZRC on Wrestle Luigi today. I sat there for 20 minutes coming up with that one. Hi, Pierre. Oh, I had that idea 20 minutes ago. It was, I gotta be honest, it was between I Believe in ZRC and Randy Feltface's opening song. But I didn't have, I only had 20 minutes to learn the lyrics to that one. And it has a key change in it that's a little so-so. And so I would have had to learn that one. But I'm here. I'm back. Great to be here. Been a little while. Been a week. Oh, hey, it's Riley Osborne on TNA. Neat. I I'll admit a lot of those lyrics were made up on the spot, especially the click that like button and subscribe today. Was coming up with that on the fly, all while I was thinking about how much I want to eat this chicken sandwich. Cool to see Riley Osborne on TNA tonight. Oh, of course, throw up the U for Riley Osborne. But yeah, it's great to be back. I do apologize that I haven't been live all week, and that I've been fucking dead silent all week on social media as well. It's been an interesting week, interesting few weeks. Depending on how I feel at 10 o'clock tonight, depending on how I feel at 10 o'clock tonight when this show goes off the air, we may jump over to Twitch tonight. Oh, Frankie Kazarian wants a spot in the emergence qualifiers. Also tonight, I'm going to be editing Rebellion. I just finished recording that because, as you may have heard on today's episode of LS11 TNA, Rebellion has been moved up by a week to be this Sunday instead of next Sunday. Just that way, there's more than 2 weeks between Rebellion and the end of TNA. I think my favorite part of Chase U's title win was outside the ring cut to Fraxium looking distraught. Well, Nathan looked distraught. Couldn't tell with Axiom. True. I will definitely say there's some things coming at Rebellion on Sunday on LS11 Universe that nobody has seen coming. Nobody will see coming. Where are my hair ties? I think it's man button time. I got a bunch of legal papers that definitely don't need to be on stream. Um. Oh, that's where the. There we go. There we go. Ponytail night. Definitely needed that. All right, cool. So, excuse me. I'm going to be editing tonight while we watch this. Pulling out the old Rebellion graphics. I do appreciate you guys sitting through the musical number with me. That was very fun. As you all know, I love to sing a lot. I'm not the best at it, but I just really enjoy singing. Yeah, Bullet Club Civil War is happening in LS11 Universe. Imagine if a WWE wrestler qualified for Ultimate X. Dante Chen was in a qualifier last week, right? I watched TNA last week. I watched all the shows this week and last week, the nights I took off. I watch the shows when I take the night off. Typically, if I take the night off and I don't stream, it just means that I just do not have it in me to be active and loud and excuse me, while watching it. My assumption is that this is going to be a Chris Bay victory. I think Ace Austin won last week, so I would pop huge if Riley Osborne got the win for the U. Oh, he did throw the U's up. Throw the U's for Riley Osborne. Going to Ultimate X. Oh, Zachary Wentz, who qualified last week. That's really cool for Riley Osborne. I hope that all of Chase U is there with him. I hope he gets a full Chase U entrance with like Thea, Duke, Chase, and Ridge with him. I think that'd be really cool. Johnny and Friends versus the Six. Let's see how Champa and Kevin can get along, for Johnny's sake. It's true. Also, the big breaking news earlier this week that the next Raw Premium Live event after Vengeance is going to be the return of Cyber Sunday, which is going to be the quickest I ever have to turn around a pay-per-view event in LS11 Universe. And when I say that, I mean it airs 2 days after I get back from my honeymoon, my vacation with my wife. So it's going to be very interesting to see if I can pull it off. I think I can. I am very excited though. I've got ideas for the stipulations, like for what the I've got ideas for what the votes are going to be for. Also, I do apologize. My laptop fan is making too much noise in the background. There is unfortunately not much I can do about it. I was doing some art last night, and my laptop fan is just going nuts ever since. Which I will admit, it has been nice taking nights off lately. Like, it was genuinely really nice getting a night off. Does Wes, by any chance, have a qualifier for Ultimate X? If we're talking real life, probably not. If we're talking LS11, we'll see. Moment last night was like, what is going on? That's crazy. I don't know if you mean in universe or in real life. I know Ray brought in Ronda Rousey yesterday. I do not know much else other than that because I did not watch Ray's episode yet. I was just gonna do that when I got around to it. Probably on my drive tomorrow. Because if you guys don't know, I've got about a 3 hour drive ahead of me tomorrow night. This time tomorrow, I will be finishing up that drive, hopefully. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I think this time heel Roddy's gonna work. Yeah, probably. I have better faith in Ray than I do in myself on that one. But yeah, once we're done here, I'm gonna move over to like when this show wraps up at 10. I'm gonna head over to Twitch and we're gonna play something. I haven't decided what we're gonna play yet. Um, I don't really have it. I don't think I really want to play Sonic tonight, which I know is sacrilege for me. But I think I want to take just a couple days. I think I want to take a few streams off from that. May get back into Baldur's Gate if I can get the mods to work. And that's the big if, is if the mods will work. I don't know if they will. It's been literally 6 months since we last played it on stream. So that'll be the big deciding factor there. Or we might start South Park: The Stick of Truth. We'll see. Either way, whatever we end up doing, we're gonna have fun tonight. Don't know how long I'll be live, given I gotta wake up and go to work tomorrow, but had a dentist appointment today as well. That was fun. I had a deep cleaning because it had been a very long time since I had my last regular cleaning, so it needed to be a deep cleaning because of some various things that had gone wrong with my teeth apparently. So that was fun. Dynamite yesterday made me realize I missed Kyle and Roddy as a tag team. Yeah, and the Dishonored should be a fun group. Yeah, I think so as well. Oh, Santino's in the ring, and he's got a contract, it looks like. I love his theme song. Matt Cardova? Cardova? Is that what he called him? What match is this? There we go. I'm fully prepared to realize to find out that this is all just a ruse with Steph and Matt. Always ready when the lights go down. He's got such a good theme. Yeah, I'm not gonna be shocked if Cardona ends up with a digital media title again. I'm also curious who the two guys helping him out were. Danielson's package yesterday to Good Riddance by Green Day was great. Well, that's good. I haven't seen it yet. I had a little Team Cobra reunion going on. I can bump the quality up. Oh, great. Error occurred. He's gonna what? Prostitute chance breaking out. Oh my god. Qdoba, that's what he's calling him. Hey, JT. JT, you missed an opening musical number. Yeah, I'm alive. The reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. I missed you all too. I really did. Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back on stream. I had a few things I had to sort through these last few days. Still got things I got to sort through, but I'm good enough now to where I can go live again. It had just been a dark few days for me, so. Yeah. Yeah. Which JT, you weren't here for the announcement earlier, but after this, we're moving over to Twitch and we are playing some games on stream. We're either picking back up where we left off on Baldur's Gate if I can get that to work. Um, Assuming the mods are all good to go still. Or we'll play South Park Stick of Truth if we can't get that to work. I'm just not really feeling Sonic Adventure today. Might pick that up on Saturday night or something. Make a body bag for Cardona against Fatu. We'll see. I've already done that. Like, been there, done that on stream. It was years and years ago. But I would very much prefer to play something that doesn't infuriate me tonight. Hence why I'm thinking about getting back into Baldur's Gate. I do have a Wrestle Luigi video recorded that I have not edited yet. I was gonna work on that tonight before I decided, you know what, I feel good enough to stream. Let's do it before I change my mind. Um, I have a video I'm working on that I have to edit now, uh, ranking the odds of every member of the TNA roster's chance of going to WWE, or who is most likely to go to WWE from TNA is what I think it's going to be called. I haven't decided officially what I'm going to call it yet, but we'll figure it out. So TNA is actually coming to Atlanta in December, and Ray and I are working on getting tickets to go, which should be fun. Tom's calling Raywald a horrible person for saying if he ran a stop sign but no one was around to see it, did it really happen? I'm like, I accidentally ran a red light earlier today, and there were a lot of people around to see it, so I think it's fine. And I don't mean like it was red. Like I don't mean like it was red. I was back here and I went through it. I mean like it was yellow. It was red. It was red as my front wheels went over the yellow or went over the white line. So at that point, it was like I either would have had to slam my brakes and potentially give myself whiplash, or just hope there wasn't a cop nearby. I chose the latter. I mean, yeah. So I rank everyone in that video, the TNA video. I rank everyone on a scale of 0 to 5, 0 being not a goddamn chance, 5 being, yeah, WWE's just waiting for that contract to be up. And there are, I believe, only 2 people that I give a solid 5, and I think it's pretty obvious who they are. Cyber living to give up on having wrestlers compete almost exclusively on the shows they compete on IRL. Uh, so here's the deal with that, right? I've talked about this before as well. That limit helps our creativity, right? That's why we do it. Because people have asked many of times why we don't just do that. And I mean, the TNA roster bleeding over into WWE Universe is the only kind of exception there. That's because the companies work together now. So we're kind of like Buddy Murphy is currently the exception, but I don't know if that'll be a permanent thing because now it feels like, well, why do I keep using this roster when I could have anyone I wanted? And then I feel like I lose motivation, and then this, that, and all the other. So I actually prefer that rule. It helps the creativity. Limitations help creativity grow, is how I look at it. I think that's part of why I feel like season 3 was kind of one of our peaks, more or less. And when I say that, I say that because season 3 is when the Forbidden Door opened. So scratch that. Season 4 is when I say we kind of had our peak. Now, I had my numbers mixed up. Season 4 is kind of peak LS11 for me because that was back when we kind of went back to all right, we're keeping the borders of who goes where as close to real life as possible. We're gonna, we're not gonna use, Kenny Omega and WWE, etc., etc. The only time was the month leading into Forbidden War, and so it was like the limitation. I think made the content a lot better because we were showing that we can do just as good of a job, limited to just who we have available. Because like anyone can make a great wrestling show if you have all the best wrestlers in the world on one show. Season 6? Well, season 6 is where we're at now, right? Season 6, I'm not going to say is our worst season by any means, because, I mean, it's only just started, first of all. But season 6 is probably off to the weakest start for me. For me, Ray, I think, is coming out of the gate swinging. For me, I feel like I'm off to a lukewarm start. Right? Like, I feel like with season 6, I didn't come out of the gate swinging. I came out of the gate exhausted. It's a big part of why TNA is coming to an end, right? Going down to 2 videos a week with, at most one pay-per-view in a weekend, so at most 3 videos in a week for me, also makes it easier because I can record Raw and NXT on Saturday, like on Saturday morning when I wake up. There's a little bit of sandwich still in my mouth that I'm trying to get. That's why I keep covering my mouth. There we go. It was stuck in an awkward position. Anyways, yeah, no, you're right. Season 3 was really good. Like season 3 was really good. First episode of season 3 to first episode of season 4, I could consider peak LS11 universe. Oh, Mike Santana has been laid out by the system. Let me make sure you guys can't hear that very well. I gotta go in and get the music put in. Did the fans handicap my creativity by forcing me to book Gunther versus Johnny Wrestling? No, I think that's one of the few cases where I listen to the fans because the fans did know better than me. Like, it's very rare, right? You can't just always let the fans hijack the creative process. But in this case, they were right. Like, the fans were 100% right with it needed to be Johnny Gargano and Gunther at WrestleMania. And I think that I would have been a fool if I just sat there and didn't do it, right? Like if I just sat there and pretended that they weren't there, pretended that I didn't hear them, pretended that they didn't start a freaking riot in the chat when Gargano lost again. And all of that, then I'm an idiot. Right? Like as Zach put it, I didn't want my own Daniel Bryan 2014. Like it was very clear the people were ready for face Johnny Gargano to be world champion because we'd only given you guys Gargano as a world champion once, and we did it as a heel, which I love heel Gargano. Don't get me wrong by any means. I do really like heel Gargano, but Gargano is just naturally a face. He's just so naturally a face that I couldn't just sit there and let his only world title be a heel run. And Ray and I had talked about this in the past as well. At one point, Gargano was supposed to be on SmackDown, and I don't know when Ray would have done it, but I know Ray at one point was talking about how, like, yeah, we got to have a face Gargano world title run at some point because it feels criminal if his only world title run is as a heel. And so we did that, and I'm very happy with the result, obviously. And I will admit, Johnny's Gargano, yeah, Johnny Gargano's title run. I'm just kind of taking it 1 week at a time. Like it could end this weekend, Uncle Howdy, for all you guys know. It could go until next WrestleMania, right? Like that's the fun of it. Is I am literally just kind of taking it a day at a time, and when I think that people aren't enjoying it anymore, or I think there's a better story, like again, it could even be as soon as Saturday with Uncle Howdy. You never know. I won't tell anything. Like I've already got it, you know. I've already got it uploaded actually, funny enough, because I uploaded it the other night, but just to go ahead and get it over and done with, that way I could get all the copyright claims taken care of days in advance. So glad I did that, because there were quite a few. But yeah, no, it's like I'm very excited for you guys to see what's coming in LS11 Universe. I genuinely think now that I'm taking TNA off my plate, I am in a far better position to be the best I can be in a creative standpoint, which is not something I've been able to say in quite a while. I was stretching myself too thin, and especially with all the other stuff I wanted to do. And so I think it's good that I finally stepped back a little bit. What is your biggest wild prediction, Zach? What's the wild prediction for your season 6 bingo card? That's something I forgot to do on the Fallout streams. I wanted to make like I wanted to let the fans vote on a season 6 bingo card to see if you all had the right idea on anything, but yeah, what do you got? Karrion Kross WWE champion this season. Well, maybe. Season 7 bingo card next year. Yeah, someone just remind me to do it. Frazier takes the final testament from Cross. Very interesting. Yeah, Joe Hendry is competing in a number one contenders match on Tuesday, which is very exciting. I wasn't live to see everything. I'll try and be live for that. But you never know. But yeah, very exciting with the Worlds Collide show coming up soon. I'm actually really excited about that. All right, and be cool if Ricochet joined TNA soon. Yeah, I think he'd fit really well there. I think the TNA's association with WWE probably means that that won't happen. I feel like we'll probably see him in AEW sooner or later. All right, cool. I can now export. Oh joy, the system are cutting a promo. Oh, Santana wants to fight. Mike Santana wants to fight. Another I can see is Frazier beating either Racine or Orton clean. Maybe. Watching any good baseball games lately. I am not a baseball guy, quite honestly. I don't follow it specifically. I do enjoy it. Um, if I had to pick any sports I enjoy, like I'm not a big sports guy in general. I mean, outside of, you know, scripted entertainment sports. Um, but I don't follow either one religiously, but um, I do like baseball and I do like hockey a lot. So haven't watched any games for either in a while, but you know, doesn't mean I don't enjoy them. I do have a singular sport piece of sports merchandise, which is my Bruins hockey hat, but I have no idea where the hell it went. It's probably in my car somewhere. It's where it's where a lot of things are of mine. So I guess we're getting Mike Santana versus Moose. Sure, I guess. Oh man. Yeah, sure, why not, is how I feel about this match happening. The system has really killed any hype I have for Moose, unfortunately. Let's see here. Oh boy, picture in picture. Wrestling fans' favorite thing. Imagine Prime Cena, um, going toward Edge and promo battle across. Yeah. I mean, I've said it before. Cena Cross was supposed to happen all the way back in season 3. But I saw recently that apparently Mustafa Ali is done with TNA for now. I mean, he wasn't ever signed. He was just on a per appearance deal, but like, a little sad that he's gone. I was enjoying his work there. Yeah, it was 607 Cena. I know what you're talking about. So, I actually haven't shown this yet. I had a joke at Last Dance a couple weeks ago now that I never got around to making, and it was going to go up. I meant to post this that night after I'd lost the U.S. title because there was about a 30-minute period where Ray and I were both singles champions together, and we took this picture, and I was gonna post this just captioned, "Well, it was fun while it lasted." Like, us as champions at the same time lasted for all of like 30 minutes, and then I fucked it up. This fucking Carnold got involved. I'm very upset at Carnold right now for that one. Which LAW hypothetically will return next week. And I only say hypothetically just because something could happen between now and then. Yeah, I have a feeling Moose is going to win this, if I'm honest. Something, something tells me Moose is going to win this. It has nothing to do with the 5 people interfering, or 4 people, whatever. It has nothing to do with the 4 people interfering, obviously. There are ideas within L11 that you wish expanded on. Um, I feel like the original Run of the Forsaken, when it was Jimmy, Solo, and Jacob. I feel like if I'd known that, 2 years later Jacob was going to sign anyway, so it would have been just fine to keep him there. I feel like there's a lot more that could have been done there. I really wish, like, I hate to put it this way. I kind of wish I'd said, Ray, look at me. I'm the captain now on the Bloodline stuff. Because the original Bloodline stuff was very much Ray captaining it. And I wasn't as into it back then. And then I feel like I kind of hit my stride with the Forsaken stuff this time around. And all of that. I wish I had just been like, Ray, look at me. I'm the captain now. When it came to the Bloodline. Because I feel like there was a lot more to do with it. Like Solo getting kicked out after like 2 months. I'm still annoyed about. I'm still annoyed about it. I feel like I should have done more with Jimmy and Jay's split instead of it being for 2 months and then putting them back together. That's always been the big one for me. I kind of wish there had been more to Bobby Roode as world champion. Like, I don't mean make the reign any longer than it was. It was fine. It was arguably too long. Um, but give him more depth to his reign instead of I am bad guy. I am bad guy. I cheat to win. You know? That kind of stuff. Feel like those two things are going to expand on. Yeah, and I think it was because that's one of the big victims. And that's why I'm kind of glad that I'm going down to 2 shows as well. Is I feel like if you look at season 3, early season 3, when it was just Raw, SmackDown, and Dynamite. That's when I felt like we were really hitting our stride. God, how much changes if Fatu sticks around for 2 more years? Right, yeah, when they were the same characters, Jamie at once, MJF, Rude, and Gargano. They weren't the same character by any means. It was the same type of character, but they weren't the same character. Like Gargano, season 3, Gargano, MJF, and Rude. I can see the argument for MJF and Rude, maybe, but Gargano was not the same as either of them. Gargano was a heel out of fear. He did it because he thought everyone else was going to turn on him. It's kind of a similar thing with Gargano, right? I wish we'd gotten to tell the Johnny Gargano story. Like, tell a full circle heel story with him. Like, Johnny Gargano feels like the one thing missing from season 3 is WrestleMania. Right? Like, you guys know the whole, oh, there's the spear, and that's got to be game. And that's game. But, like, the way I look at it, right? It's like, if I'm doing like the ranking memes for our WrestleManias, it's like I'm not going to do any of the retro ones. I'm talking about the ones that had all original stories going in. Like season 1. I mean, it's all right. Season 2. Whoa! Season 3. Oh, hold up. Hi, Joe Hendry. What a chair. Oh, that's just rude. Tearing up that guy's sign. Always good to see Joe Hendry. Who are those two enemies? Ah, the Hardys. Nice. Okay, anyways. So back to my thing. Season 1, I mean, it's alright, you know. Season 2, woo! Season 3, it was perfect. Literally perfect. Down to the last minute detail. Season 4, that's what I'm talking about! That's why it's the GOAT! The GOAT! Season 5, woo! That's how I rank the WrestleMania. So it goes 3, 4, 5, 2, 1. The only thing season 3 felt like it was missing was Johnny Gargano. And Gargano on that night, I don't know what we would have had him doing if we still had him around. But more or less, it's like I don't know what he would have done at WrestleMania season 3. I think we probably would have had him turn face by then. Probably would have just done the Rampage Brown breakup by then. Oh yeah. Here's the Rebellion thumbnail for those wondering. It's a very simplistic design, but I like it a lot. I think that's a very like it's a fairly simplistic design, but I'm very proud of it. And then for those that haven't seen it yet, because it's only been put in the Discord, Vengeance has a really damn good thumbnail too. Because this went in the Discord, but here's the Vengeance thumbnail for those that haven't seen it yet. I'm taking my thumbnail game a lot more seriously this year. Like, I take it seriously every year, but I try and get better with it every year, you know? That's kind of what I mean by that. I don't know what I'm going to do for Cyber Sunday yet, but I'll figure it out. God, my predicting the Bash at Berlin card video is blowing up, and like it's getting LS11 Universe levels of views right now. That's kind of crazy. It's got 413 on a channel with 47 subs. So good to know that like predicting things is getting gets decent views. I'll have some videos like that, man. I'll do more videos like that then. Good to know. Currently, the video with the least views on the channel is the SummerSlam predictions. I don't think Gargano Ciampa 4 would have worked at Mania. No, Ciampa Triple H was always on the cards for Mania. Like, we knew going into season 3 that we were doing Triple H's one and only match that year. Why, when I had Jeff behind Ali, the jacket kind of looked like Hardy's custom side plates. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that. I don't know why I was going to open up, like, I was going to log into Ellis Living Universe to look at thumbnails. Let's see. What all thumbnails did I have in Season 5? Well, I had a lot of Season 5 thumbnails. Let's see. So, Season 5, we had this thumbnail, which, if we're going with the same rankings, it's the biggest piece of dog shit. And then, let's see, WrestleMania Season 5. You guys are allowed to see all this stuff at this point. Yeah, AJ fought Roman for the belt at Season 5. Or Season 3. And then, let's see, Night 1 and 2 had pretty good thumbnails. Yeah, WrestleMania, I always try and pop off on the thumbnails when I can. I think Night 1 has the better thumbnail, personally. I just like the symmetry here a little better. I don't know, this one I was struggling with for, like, days. Let's see. WrestleMania 2004, that was literally just the match graphic. 25. Pretty solid thumbnail, I'd say. Wrestle Dream, I had to make everything for this one because Ray was out for the count because of fucking thieves. Pretty solid, you know, just ensemble thumbnail. Unforgiven. This thumbnail actually goes really hard. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Edge, his final chance with the title behind him and a lightning storm over Toronto. That thumbnail goes hard. Under Siege. That one I think this was just the thumbnail of Under Siege, was Jarrett Hendry, so. Turning Point, again, solid thumbnail. TNA has always been a little weaker when it comes to thumbnails than the rest of the shows. Survivor Series, fucking. This was one of the best thumbnails of Season 5, hands down, though. Like, this is one of the coolest thumbnails of the season. Let's see. SummerSlam, I remember being pretty cool. Or was it? Yeah. Yeah, the SummerSlam thumbnail was pretty great. Cody and the sword goes hard. Stand and Deliver. Oh, I am opening up the Photoshop file. That wasn't what I was aiming to do, but it proved its point. Slammiversary, I was clearly kind of in a rush with that one. It was fine. You can kind of tell how early on You can kind of tell how early on I was checking out on things. Because, like, Slammiversary just has this as the thumbnail. Or, not Slammiversary. This is just the thumbnail of Sacrifice. And, of course, this happened. Many might say this was the first nail in the coffin for TNA Universe. Rumble is always a weird one to do the thumbnail for. But this one was pretty solid. I always try and put, like, the world champions, their challengers, and then, like, the heavy favorites. But I tried to keep this one a little more minimal. Oh, I should have... How did this end up in here? Over the Limit, I remember... Oh, I like the Over the Limit thumbnail a lot. I remember this one. This is pretty solid. Like, this is a pretty solid thumbnail. I'm not those people. That was still funny as shit. It was. I stand by it. It was funny as shit. Worlds Collide, pretty basic thumbnail in the end, but pretty solid. Oh, Ace Austin's in action. Let's see. Roadblock, it literally was just that. Reloaded. I think it was yeah, it was just this. It was just Corbin and Bait as the thumbnail. Deadline. I think it was, yeah, decent thumbnail. Pretty decent thumbnail. No Surrender. Oh, this one actually had a really cool thumbnail. This thumbnail was pretty great. Is there anything in the 6 I would have done differently? Give me a minute and I'll get back to you on that. I gotta think on it. Of course, this thumbnail did give birth to one of the funniest things Ray has ever said to me. He calls me one day and he says, Xander. I say, yes, Ray. And he says, I know I leave you alone about TNA a lot. But fucking Rowan? Night of Champions. I think it was just kind of Roman Cody as the thumbnail. Oh, no, there was the thumbnail. Yeah, this is the thumbnail. Pretty solid thumbnail. Pretty big stuff. Cena and Knight had a match. Roman and Cody had a match. Seth was probably the most important champion that didn't have his opponent on the thumbnail. Money in the Bank. What was the Money in the Bank thumbnail? Oh, this one went hard as well. This was great. Judgment Day 2004. Kind of phoned this one in. Let's see. So it is Ace Austin versus Rich Swann versus John Schuyler or Jason Hotch. One of the good hands. Heroes Welcome is decent. I like this one well enough. Hard to Kill. Hard to Kill had a solid thumbnail. I like Hard to Kill's thumbnail a lot. Halloween Havoc. Womp Womp. Good thumbnail. Good thumbnail. Great American Bash. I think it was the 2004 thumbnails. I was like, what the fuck do I even do? Because there aren't that many good renders of the 2004 people. Ring of Honor is where shit got phoned in. G1 Supercard. I made the thumbnail for that one. Pretty solid thumbnail, I think. Was Andrade even on the show? Yeah, he had his rematch. Cody Sammy last man standing match to hold up. Oh, I love that match. Forbidden War 2 had some solid thumbnails. Forbidden War 2 is the one where I have a harder time picking a thumbnail. I think I love them both equally. Right? So, there's Night 2. You got Saraya and Tiffany. You got Dom and Eddie. You got Gunther and Joe. And then you got Seth and Brian on either side. And then here you got, Punk and Okada, Cody and Jay, Cena and MJF. I think I love both of these evenly. Final Battle, I just made, I think for it being Ring of Honor's final show, I did a decent thumbnail for it. Fastlane, it wasn't phoned in by any means, but it was clearly a, oh god, I'm running out of time thumbnail. Evolution. The Evolution thumbnail's great, honestly. I love the Evolution thumbnail a lot. It's a very solid pay-per-view thumbnail. The only downside is, I think Bailey is on the thumbnail, but she's not on the show, and same with Charlotte. I think they both just aren't on the show, even though they're on the thumbnail. Which is a little weird, but, that's just Xander made an oopsie. Elimination Chamber. Oh, this is another thumbnail that goes hard. Like I said, Season 5 had some really good ones. I'm going to assume Ace Austin wins this qualifier. Either him or Rich Swann. It's one of those two. I don't see one of the good hands going to the show. Death Before Dishonor, just ensemble thumbnail. Day one. Day one was not a pay per view, but it was a Monday show. Oh my god. So I was talking about my deep cleaning earlier. Like I talked about the deep cleaning I got for my teeth earlier today, and God, it's weird because it got rid of like buildup between my teeth that I couldn't get with the toothbrush or anything, or like bad buildup. So now when I move my tongue along the back of my teeth, there's like actual space there that I didn't know was there, which is very weird. Like it spooked me for a second. So Clash at the Castle is one of my favorite thumbnails because I posted this when I announced Clash at the Castle, and it threw everybody off, right? Like, I posted this, and everybody thought, okay, well, Trish is winning at Evolution, and AJ and Gargano are going to run it back. Nope. This was the real thumbnail. Because I couldn't post this, obviously. If I posted this, everyone would have known, first of all, yeah, Roxanne's winning. Second of all, okay, yeah, Rich Swan's winning. Second of all, they would have known CM Punk was coming back, and I couldn't just do that. I couldn't just post a thumbnail with Punk on it before his return. I spent so long pretending that I wasn't bringing him back. Oh, there's Chris Bay. Let's see. Bound for Glory. Bound for Glory always has the exact same type of thumbnail, right? Like Bound for Glory every year is champion and challenger like this. That's how it always was. Bad Blood. Um, I mean, yeah, the thumbnail. Bad Blood, the final chapter. I love this thumbnail. I love this show in general. Backlash. Was it just this? Was that just the thumbnail? I think it was. Yeah, Roman Cody was just the thumbnail. All in. Ray made. No, Ray didn't make these. I made these. Oh shit, Jason Hotch won. All right then. I really like the All In thumbnail. I was very happy with that one. And then Against All Odds, kind of ending on the weak note, was just that. But yeah, there you go. That's my run through the thumbnails from last season. Not too many misses, very few misses really. But yeah, what would I have done differently in the 6? Anything? If I'd done anything. Let's see. If I would have done anything different in the 6. I mean, hindsight, Lacey Evans wouldn't have been part of the group. That would have been like Firecracker joining in season 1. Ayo! For the boys. Probably would have just had to be Charlotte and Raquel out of the gate. But I think that was just kind of hindsight kind of thing, you know. We didn't have any idea of like who was going to be where. So only thing I missed from TNA is the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, unless you want to bring that the next day. Very well could. No one said I couldn't. I mean, if it's going to be quote unquote NXT more or less, you could see Ultimate X. I mean, like, I changed my mind about bringing the X Division title in. Now the winner of the Ultimate X ladder match is just going to get a title shot of their choice at No Mercy. Like, you know, if whoever wins it, if they want the world title match, they got it. If they want the North American title match, they got it. Hell, if they want a tag title match, they got it. Oh, man. I love the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, so I would not just get rid of it. I mean, it's essentially a Royal, it's essentially an extra Rumble every year. Was that a couple of Will I make it to NXT NA? No, because it's just gonna be NXT NA in spirit. So next season, some of the TNA pay-per-views will be. Well, I don't know. I haven't decided yet on that one. NXT Bound for Glory. I could see that being a thing. I don't know about like NXT Slammiversary or anything like that, but I could see NXT Bound for Glory being a thing. Which I don't know if you guys have. Um, I don't know if you guys have checked out the website in the last few days, but made some big updates over the weekend. Um, Ring of Honor is no longer on here. LSWF no longer on here. Now, if you go to LAW, you can see where you can pretty much see everyone from Ring of Honor has been dispersed around the LS11 universe. Now you can see there's special renders for the LSWF cast. I used an AI for that, but I always feel awkward about using AI for things. Um, my defense of why I felt it was okay to use an AI photo generator here is I was using renders from a 2K game. I wasn't using other people's art. So that is my quote unquote excuse for that, for how these worked. So you can see we got a bunch of LSWF alumni: Nova, Blackstone, Alice Levia, formerly Yuri, Amanda Lawrence, Archangel. Let's see who else has moved here from like Ring of Honor and stuff. Dutch is here. Um, let's see. It's mostly LSWF people on this roster right now, but like you'll see people from you'll see people from other shows start moving here too. Okay, Matt Cardone in a six-man next week or six-person tag next week. That'll be fun. But anyways, yeah, not too many Ring of Honor people moved to LAW for now. That could change though. But then, like you can see, the free agent section got a lot bigger in terms of stuff. But Also, Ray is on here now. Oh, Eliza's render. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. She's got two renders, so I like both of them. Like Breaking Kayfabe, I like both of her renders. I like the Homelander one, and I like the more like suit. It's not often you have a suit wearing female heel, or I guess in her case, formal dress wearing female heel. But yeah, so like you can see a solid amount of names from TNA or from NX, from Ring of Honor, are now on the free agent section. Like my Lady Frost, like. And that's not to say that these guys won't go other places eventually. It's just a matter of we didn't have spots picked out for them yet. Also, it's main event time, so we'll get to that in a second. And a lot of people went to AEW. Like, so I'll go full screen again in a second. But like, AEW now I think has the biggest roster. I think is actually Andretti's here and Helico's here now. 2.0 is here now. AR Fox. A lot of members to raise. No entrance gang have arrived at this point, pretty much. Jurlistico. Who else? Just kind of going there. Aussie Open is on the roster now officially. The Kingdom. Miro. Preston Vance. Roosh. This took me. I would just like you all to know. This took me hours last week. I spent so many hours doing that last week. And I have to do it all again for TNA. Like the beautiful people running Ls 11 with Mandy, Angelina, and Velvet. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. But yeah, with TNA now, it's also like with TNA, I gotta do it all again. Yeah, a lot of things with but yeah, a lot of work that's got to be done. But yeah, we're gonna go live on Twitch here later, hopefully. Haven't completely decided yet. It actually depends on one circumstance because my wife's gonna be home in a minute. It depends. There's something we might be doing. It just depends on if what we need has gotten here yet. So let me check. Sign in the wrong account to see. I think my wife just got here. Yep, she did. Um, yeah, no, I'll go live after this. So what I was checking for is we've been watching Markiplier play FNAF Into the Pit this week, and we've made kind of a family night out of it, where we watch it anytime he puts out a new episode. We watch it together in the living room, and he has not uploaded an episode today. So yeah, we'll Twitch tonight. See if there's any mods for Baldur's Gate we want to grab real quick. Get Vortex open here to manage my mods. Essentially, I just need to make sure the game is actually gonna fucking open. Everybody you'd like to see push more WWE Pete done for you? Oh god, yeah, there's a lot, you know? But yeah, I mean, who else do I want to see get pushed more? I'm glad Andrade's getting pushed, but like love to see more Dragonov. He's not been doing much lately. Well, I know they're doing like a kayfabe injury with him right now, but like love to see Mello not losing every week. I do apologize. My stream may get a few lag spikes in it. A lot of my mods need to be updated for Baldur's Gate because it has been a very long time. It has been 6 months since our last Baldur's Gate stream. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, you guys are gonna hear that noise a lot. If it even makes that noise. Yeah, Mello could use more wins. That's a big one. God. Dragon Lee. There you go. Dragon Lee. That's the big one. That's whose name I was trying to remember. Why is Dragon Lee jobbing on main event? Why is Dragon Lee jobbing on main event and that's it? do a million things over here. I'm glad I'm doing this before I go live on Twitch at least. Because, you know. Do wish I could just go ahead and bypass all of the permission dialogues. Would be nice. Bro, I'm fucking yeeted Samuel into that. Was it? Oh yeah, I saw that. That was pretty great. Was pretty great. Like I said, I did watch Raw and everything this week. I always do. I just usually if I skip a stream, it's because I just am not in a good place to do it. Like I won't be doing SmackDown watch along tomorrow because I'll be on the road. And then when I get where I'm going, I am going to be seeing my mom for the first time in like 4 months. So she kind of is going to get priority over streaming, obviously. Oh. Yeah, it's weird. I haven't seen my mom in a while. Like last time I saw her was in late May, I think, early June, somewhere around there. It is now almost September. Getting very tired of that. Can I just? Yes, it can make changes on this device. It's not that deep, bro. I'm gonna test this before stream is over. That way I know whether or not it's gonna work. It's like when I was trying to get all this stuff installed to do some Skyrim streaming. Like I spent days downloading a huge Skyrim mod pack to make the game like way cooler and way more immersive and stuff, and then it just didn't work. I was really excited about it, and it just didn't work. Yeah, I assume Nemeth retains this one, whether it's through Hendry interference or not. I don't know. Because I know, like, it's like Hendry and Alexander are feuding, but they also aren't. Like, it's weird. And when I say they are, but they aren't, I mean, like they are, but they aren't. I mean, like, yeah, Alexander cost him the title, but Hendry's not seemed terribly bothered, like, to get any revenge on him. Who the hell is yelling in the audience like that? So many mods that I just haven't downloaded the updates for. Jesus! Alright, and then cool, then that's taken care of. I think the new Balor, I think the Balor Club, New Judgment Day, because you know who would have been perfect? Dijak. WWE really fumbled the bag on that one. Really fumbled the bag on that one. And I hate that Triple H fumbled anyone because, like, I want to have faith in him, and I do have a lot of faith in Triple H. I do, but it's also just like I gotta call out where I gotta call him out where he's got to be called out. I can't just sit there and be like, oh, Triple H has done nothing wrong when he clearly has had his own share of fumbles, you know? It's weird to think about. What's also weird to think about is this time tomorrow, I will be 100 and something miles away from where I'm at right now. Also, I know it's only August, but there is the first Christmas present I bought for the year. It is wrapped and it is sitting in the corner. I start early, as I've mentioned before. I start early. That's one person on my list down. 11 still to go. Yeah, he fumbled Bobby Lashley, something huge there. Like, I'm pissed at how bad he fumbled Lashley. I fucking love Bobby Lashley. All right, let's see. May not be able to do it tonight. It depends for Baldur's Gate because one of the mods looks like it might require me to completely restart my computer, which if I do that, it's down for the count for the night. Because like if I restart this computer, it's taking about 45 minutes before it's up and running again. More gifts, plenty of time. Well, it's not 11 more gifts. It's 11 more people that I've got to buy gifts for. Right. All right. I'm going to do a quick test to see if the game works. It is launching. This is what Nick doing in TNA merges. So, yeah. So that's a great question. Um, and my answer to that is genuinely that, oh, it's on the other monitor. Hold up. Anyway, yeah, no. My genuine answer to that is there are some people from NXT or from TNA that won't be making the jump to NXT TNA. You might see some people go to AEW. There's a couple people Ray's asked me for that. I'll admit I was a little annoyed that he asked for, but I was willing to work it out with him. But Nemeth may be someone that goes to NXT. He may not. You'll just kind of have to wait and see on that. Let's see here. But yeah, no, it's not 11 more gifts I got to buy. It's 11 more people. Um, see if the game will boot up this way. Nope, that didn't do it. Oh, no, that did it. Hold up. Let's see. Did the mods work? Well, that's never really a good indication of if it worked or not. I forgot it was on this monitor and not this one. Does Liv by any chance get a bodyguard to handle Rhea? So, if so, I'd say Raquel. Save contains missing mods. Okay, only one mod is appearing to be missing. So that's good. So if I can just get that one mod working, then we're good to go, actually. To give it a scramble match again. Yeah, I feel like we're just kind of waiting on Iron Survivor, right? That's kind of how I feel. Try reinstalling this one just to see if it fixes it. See if I can get this to work. And if I can't, it ain't the end of the world, obviously. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna see if it's just being weird that one time. I reinstalled the file, so maybe it'll work this time. We'll see what happens. Worst case, I can figure something out. See if it'll load up just fine. Let me see if it works. If it See if it'll work. If it doesn't, I can try something else. Ah, damn. Well, unfortunately, one thing I was really hoping for, which was the one thing I was really hoping for, which was a mod that would we good? Yeah, we're good. Cool. Oh yeah, cool. So we're actually good to play some Baldur's Gate after this. I'm really excited about that. I haven't gotten to play Baldur's Gate in a while, and my wife wants to pick up on our save data as well, which I will try and make some time to do with her on Sunday. But yeah, cool. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna keep watching TNA for now, obviously, and then when that goes off the air, I'm gonna get set up over on Twitch, run downstairs, grab some chocolate milk because need a little bit of a boost. Yeah, really excited to get back into that because it looks like the mod actually works no problem. So I think it's just that it was like, huh, you updated it. That's weird. So I will get that all set up for in a minute. Well, pretty sure for real. Well, let's hear it while we're getting ready here. Is my friend still alive? No, she is not. Since Dom has been one of the best things on Raw, he might get rewarded with the IC title reign. Yeah, I could see it. Oh yeah, time is winding down. Yep. Do you think we get Rhea versus Dom Bad Blood? I think we have to. Yeah, I kind of think you have to do that match at some point. Whether WWE wants to or not is the big question, but I feel like you kind of have to. I was gonna say, I feel like actually, I'm gonna withhold my comment until the end of the match. Jesus, that might be my favorite sell of the zigzag slash danger zone I've ever seen. That might be the best sell I've ever seen of the zigzag slash danger zone. Let me try something real quick. The one last thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the damn WASD mod to work for Baldur's Gate because I'm so tired of point and click. I don't like point and click games. It's just not my thing. Oh man, Punk, Drew, and Rollins are not doing something. Dom is one of the best things on Raw. I just really enjoyed pretty much everything about Raw as of late. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate that the man bun has evolved into an actual ponytail? Oh, time limit draw. There's, there's 3 minutes left on TV time. Yeah, I mean, okay, fair enough, but also maybe a hot take here. I take Josh Alexander way more seriously when he doesn't have the headgear on. I think the headgear makes him look a lot less intimidating. Like when he's got the headgear on, he just kind of looks dumb, in my opinion, at least. Personally, you agree? Cool. Glad I'm not the only one that thinks he looks dumb with the headgear. It just makes him look not intimidating in the slightest, right? I assume we'll get the rematch with no time limit at Under Siege or whatever it is, Emergence. Yeah, Emergence in a couple of weeks. Also, it has just dawned on me. I've got the same haircut as Karrion Cross. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I need to cut the ponytail off right now. All right, well, cool. All right, cool. So, once the show goes off air, I'm going to take myself off air and I'm gonna go grab something to drink, and I'm gonna go grab probably a snack or something. Go see my wife for a minute. I will be back on Twitch.tv, Xander LS11, in the next 10 minutes or so. I will see you guys over there if you want to join me over there for some Baldur's Gate 3. If not, then I will see you on Saturday for Vengeance. And so yeah, I will see those of you who don't want to join for the Twitch stream on Saturday for Vengeance, maybe for another stream as well. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Twitch in a minute.